What's up, Clash Bros? It's Marcus or Epic Life Gaming. Thank you guys for coming back for another video. Today, we're going to check out a troll deck. This troll deck involves a giant skeleton, the mirror, in the clone spell. We're going to try to build as many giant skeletons as possible and try to take out our opponents. Now, I do not suggest that you go out and try to use this deck in the ladder. You will not win. I had trouble winning with this deck, and it is not for wins. This is extreme trolling. What we're going to try and do is build up a push and get our giant skeletons down, and then once they get close to the tower, I'm going to mirror them as well as clone them to try and get 4 skeletons onto the opponent's tower. As you can see, once we clone them, both of the giant bombs still go off and we take down the tower by a lot. We haven't even touched the tower with a troop yet. Now, I have the deck that we're using in the top left corner. If you guys do want to go out and try it, now I don't suggest that you guys go do that, but if you guys want to, it is there for you guys to check out. We're pretty much just going to try and have some fun with this deck, see if we can get some trolling going on, and I actually got some pretty good footage, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Look at that, I cloned it twice right there. That was a lot of fun. We were able to take out the Valkyrie. Now, we do get a win in this battle, but those are few and far between, but the next battle I'm going to show you was by far my best battle of using this deck. So this will be the last full battle that I show you guys. The rest of the battles, I will just show you the highlights and the extreme trolling that are in each of those battles. As you can see, we're starting off with the giant skeleton, letting them know what we're here for, and that is to take them down with our giant skeletons. Now, when I first started using this deck, I was just trying to go for the extreme all-out push troll, trying to get the giant skeleton to the tower, and look at that, we actually got him on the tower. I'm going to go ahead and clone him right there, so we actually get a clone giant skeleton onto the tower, get both the bombs, and down goes the wizard, and down goes the tower on our very first push. Now, as I was using this deck, I realized that that's not the way to actually, so I found out that is not the way to actually get wins with this deck. Once I actually stopped recording and then I tried it a few more times after that, I actually was able to get some more wins. But actually just going just for the troll, you're not going to see too many wins. But still, we were just trying to make a fun video. I was not trying to show you guys a 3-crown deck, but look at this. We're going to mirror the giant skeleton again and get both giant bombs to blow up right on into his king's tower. Look at that. Now we've gotten 4 skeletons to blow up onto his towers. We're doing a really good job. This guy's having a hard time trying to defend. So right here, I'm in a very sticky situation. I got a lava hound and a wizard coming at me. Luckily, the lumberjack speed can hit and take down the wizard before it's able to take down him, and he actually heads up to the tower and gets a couple shots off on that wizard, and we actually defend that push really well, surprisingly. Now I drop down the giant skeleton again. This is where the real fun starts to happen. I drop down the nether skeleton, I mirror that guy, and as they're walking up, I got the clone spell just waiting. I wanted it at the right time because that wizard, all they have to do is just get one shot and they go down, and look at that. 3 giant bombs, I have 4 giant skeletons onto his tower, and we actually get a 3-crown with this deck. So the rest of these battles will just be the highlights from me using this deck, basically the best of the trolls. Now in this battle, I cloned the giant skeleton a little too early. He dropped down the log and was able to take out my clone giant skeleton, but I still have the mirror of the clone. So what I did is right before he was about to go down, I cloned him and I get both big bombs to drop down and actually take down his right tower. The next battle, I drop down the giant skeleton in the back and we just hit double elixir time. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror my giant skeleton. He's going to drop down the graveyard right in front of my tower just to distract my giant skeletons. I drop down my minions and he's going to drop down his princess. I tried dropping down the arrows in time to take out the princess before she fired that second shot, but wasn't able to get it off. Now I go ahead and clone all of my giant skeletons right there. I have 4 of them, and I was hoping to get down that lava hound a little bit, but luckily that mega minion's doing a good job, and he is already back to his graveyard. But luckily one of the giant skeleton is already on that tower, so I just go ahead, just let everything be up there, and I think that 1 giant bomb's going to take down his right hand tower, and we were able to grab another one right there. Now this deck was a lot of fun when the troll actually worked, but losing so many battles was frustrating. And then when something like this happened, it definitely made me even more frustrated. I got 4 giant skeletons at his tower and all 4 bombs blow up right in front of his tower and he takes absolutely 0 damage to his tower. So no, this deck wasn't always fun to use. Sometimes it was frustrating, but when you got off the perfect troll, this deck was absolutely amazing, and right here is a prime example of it. I go ahead and clone everything right there, and we're able to take down his tower and actually get onto his king's tower as well with our giant skeletons. This deck, when it worked, was a lot of fun to use, but it rarely was able to work. It took me a lot of battles to get these highlights. Now I have saved the best for last. I start off with a giant skeleton down here at the bottom, and I'm going to mirror the giant skeleton as well. And we are not in double elixir time. This is a very expensive push right now. We're at 13 elixir, and to clone it, I will need to drop down a clone spell, which is 16 elixir push right here. But look at that, all those giant skeletons on the tower. He zaps to take down both of the clones, and they both go off, and I still have 2 giant skeletons onto his tower. Now don't mind all the damage that's actually happening to my king's tower right now. I was just using this deck to have some fun and troll. I wasn't really going for wins. But after I was done recording this video, I did find a way to actually make this deck a little bit more effective. I wouldn't say it's a deck that you need to go out and use, but it actually could get some wins. Now this deck was a lot of fun to use. You guys saw all the trolling. Now imagine this happening to you. Your opponent has 2 giant skeletons coming at you, and then he clones them, and you have 4 giant skeletons coming at your tower in regular play. This isn't, friendly battles. This deck was fun to use at times, and it probably made a lot of people's day to actually see that in battle, but I hope I never have to use this deck again. It wasn't my favorite deck, but it did make for some fun trolling at times. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the past couple videos. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like it. If you are new here, join the Clash Bro family, and hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget, my Clash Bros, to stay beautiful.
Make it drop, honey.